Oh, we're live. Wow. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number three, last game of the night on a Thursday night here for the FMC tourney. I am Hyper, as always, going to be play-by-play casting for you guys tonight if you are just joining in. And I am joined by Coach Matt. And we have a newcomer on the booth today. Why don't you introduce yourself?
You just called me a new. I was here on Saturday, brother. It's Tony Tallboy, Steph Sergeant
Saturday?
Ridgeway. I am the tallest boy in the FMC. I'm not a black
What?
man.
But unfortunately,
I
if you guys watch game number two, he kind of got rolled over by a Shen.
No.
No, he rolled.
Allegedly.
I think he rolled over Shen. I'm gonna say it. I know. Don't get me wrong. I go first for my boys. I think Tony Tallboy had that top lane carry energy and actually rolled over Shen.
No, absolutely correct. I'm just flaming for the flame. I got to.
Set Phases the Stun did an absolutely incredible job on chat. I will say it. I said it in chat. Probably better than Corn's Shen.
Yo,
I could agree with you
There
there.
it is. There
I
it
was.
is.
Hold on. After the draft goes, so keep that in mind. So Shen. So Hawks are gonna first pick Vel'Koz. We're gonna first pick Vel'Koz.
They've got some really high priority bans from Hawks too. The Akali from Gerbs just taking that off the board, taking off Nocturne from Eternal Cries, Mordekaiser from Yubi. Big bans out of Hawks. They're definitely planned their ban phase.
You're gonna
Yubi coaching me.
Vel'Koz.
Yubi was coaching me on Mordekaiser, and there was a bunch of confusion as to whether he was playing Mordekaiser on Tuesday. It was so funny to me. I'm like, I know that's Yubi, and then the casters made me second guess myself.
Can I suggest you find a new coach? No, I'm just kidding.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And let me tell you, it won't be Corn.
Just kidding. Fake flame. The Blue Knights, if we look at the Blue Knights bans, they have a tricky situation. So they're basically forced to ban Smolder. It's not really a choice. They basically have two bans on Blue Knights because they don't have first pick. So they take the Kog'Maw away from Manava, I mean, first game. Am I right? Like,
Honestly.
I don't know if you want to give that again. And then they take away Shen from City and Black. I mean, Shen's just such a good it's such a good fives pick. Like solo queue, you don't really love Shen, but in this environment, Shen's a great pick.
I love the Blue Knights' bot lane right now. Kai'Sa, Nautilus, such a great lane pairing. Nautilus just helps Kai'Sa stack those plasma stacks.
Yeah.
So fast. Unfortunately, though, they're up against the most annoying poke lane out there.
Ashe Vel'Koz. They left.
Ashe Vel'Koz.
I gotta tell you, I mean, I know I tried to hype it up a little bit in the first game. I feel like giving Captain Rogers Vel'Koz again could be a mistake. I mean, his early to mid was so impactful on Vel'Koz. He just made so many situations where the other team couldn't do anything because he did so much damage. Even if he died, it didn't matter. Like, he was worth two people.
He was worth two people.
Truly, he was. Like, he really was.
But they're going to be banning away the Kassadin. I'm not going to let Archangel have the same game that he had in the first game tonight. But Gerbs did lock in the Yone. I have seen him play Yone earlier in the tournament, and it was kind of disgusting. So let's just throw that out there right now. I mean, that could be Yone top lane too. That is an interesting flex. I mean, I don't see Yone played in the top lane that often, but it is still viable.
We're going to get you on the podcast, that the very secret project we're working on, because we're going to have a little debate as to whether it's Yone or Yone. And the moment you say Yone, you're going to get roasted alive by me and Yubi.
All right, sounds good.
Why are we missing a ban here on the Blue Knights? Did they submit roster late?
They might have lost a ban somehow.
That's a shame.
I say that answer as like an obvious that's what happened, because obviously they lost a ban, but I don't know why. So I'm sorry I answered that the way that I did.
No.
I provided zero insight onto why they
I was strictly curious.
It's like they're missing a ban, and then my answer, yeah, they're missing a ban.
I mean, losing a ban against the Hawks is not a good time right now. They came in really hot in that last game. I think was it last Friday? With that win against
game?
JT.
They also played the first game tonight.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh, are they going to throw Stadium Black onto the Trundle? Let's go. Let's go. Honestly, the top lane matchup looking really spicy, but the Hawks seriously drafted the Freljord comp. Really?
They did.
All ice, baby. Let's go.
They're at 4 out of 5. That's, I mean, if these games counted for challenges.
POC chat, can we write that down for beer league ideas?
What's that?
You know, Freljord versus
region comps.
Region comps.
My friends, we would get in a custom ARAM and we would actually play that. So we would have like a Freljord versus Demacia, or like Noxus versus Piltover, like those kind of comps.
You know what's funny is last game when we were in pick ban, my team also was like, let's just go ice team. there was an actual conversation about that.
I love the Trundle pick, and I love the amount of crowd control on Hawks. I'm dying to see Corki pop off this game. Don't ask me why. I just love to see a Corki explode in a game.
I don't know.
It doesn't look like it would, and it probably won't, but I want to see it.
All right, so Tony.
What's up, Piper?
What are we looking at here? What are we looking at?
We're looking at a League of Legends pick ban draft.
Wow. I asked the question, I guess.
We're looking at Shen getting banned and us still talking about it for about 2 minutes.
I did ask without context. You know what? That's my fault. That is 100% me. What the team comps that they just got drafted? What do you think is gonna happen?
We're looking at Yone doing his absolute best to troll on Yone top. Yone.
What do you mean?
Yone specifically.
That's pretty tough.
I don't know if either of you saw this. I just want to.
No way.
I want to throw this out there. In the chat, Skippy did clarify that 30-second did lose a ban due to roster submission issues. That's why they had the 4 bans.
Oopers. Thank you, Skippy.
Thank you very much, Skippy Dingo, aka that dog, officially proven in the dog v dog lane. Dog pound Michael Vick.
Also did give us some lore update. That's right. Vel'Koz was trapped in the ice by Lasana. So technically still part of the Freljord.
He was touched by Freljord, absolutely.
I guess that still technically counts. I like it. It's a bit of a stretch. I like it.
To answer your question, though, I absolutely love what the 32 has going on.
Let me pause real fast. Hey, Tallow, we got nothing on this in-game draft. It's just black. All right, tracking. All right, continue.
That's crazy. Prod behind the scenes doing his absolute most. Love him.
There it goes.
Oh, it's fixed. Oh, it's beautiful.
Names are wrong.
The Blue Knights have a very traditional comp, in my opinion. Like this comp just looks like a comp, like that you would see in a game, right? Corki, Steri, Yubi's Yone, Steri, love that bot lane, love the Zac. On the Hawks, it's also kind of scary. We have that Trundle who was really strong in the first half of the season. I don't know if he's been nerfed since. Anivia is terrifying to play against for me as a top lane main. And Vel'Koz is just good. So we're definitely going to have, I think, a knockout drag-out fight here.
You know what I'd love to see, even though it is like pretty much not possible? Corki jungle. Just take it to the next level, you know?
Zac mid, he's just jumping all over the place.
I'm actually curious to see Gerbs on the Corki because I've not seen him play this style of champ before. I've seen him play like super mobile assassin types. The Akali, the LeBlanc, but not the Corki.
Gerbs is scary. That's
I've also seen him play Silent, That Silas game that I watched him play was kind of disgusting.
He just seems to be the carry, like no matter what. Like he just has that champ knowledge that like someone like me as a bronze would just die to have because it just changes the game.
Yeah, honestly. You're not wrong.
Sniper, what do you think about the comps here that we're seeing today?
So there's a couple things. It's going to be very hard for Blue Knights to effectively get into the Hawks in a 5v5 scenario because of the sheer amount of crowd control that the Hawks have. There could be huge plays, things like a Trundle pillar that knocks Zach out of a jump, or a Trundle pillar that makes it so that someone is basically caught out. However, in a catching somebody out situation, both teams are absolutely deadly. So you have to expect that both teams are going to be trying to prioritize vision and looking to catch one or two people before objectives. That's my imaginary layout for this game, is that both teams look to capitalize on the huge CC and cash that they have.
Hang on. Talking X Wind is on the 30-second side. Did somebody change their name to my name?
No.
Is there?
No.
Oh,
so,
we're seeing. Oh, we're seeing.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tallow did for some.
Oh, it is the draft from last game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're good, boys. You're good. Don't worry.
All
Not losing your minds.
Don't worry, chat. Prod is getting a demotion.
Prod has done 50 amazing things for us. One good thing, forget about it. You're done.
One bad thing. Yeah, he's
one bad thing. One bad thing. Yeah.
How dare you? Can't even get the names right. A sick layover, super awesome layover, but can't get the names right. Trash.
Oh God, the work that he has done, and he is just so excited to do all of it. And it's crazy to me how he messes up one just my minuscule thing, and I just want to flame him forever. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this podcast. And
but isn't that just like the DGen gamers in us? Like
that is definitely the DGen gamers in us.
Is it the DGen gamers?
Case in point, I'm gonna jump off the league real fast and just talk generic games. We're all old enough, so we all have played Fortnite, right?
No,
I've never played it.
I actually bought Fortnite for real money. That's how old I am.
I am in fact too old for Fortnite.
Back when it first came out, I got that supporter edition, and I hated the single player and hated the multiplayer. This was before like the crazy building mechanics and stuff.
Right.
I just didn't. It just wasn't fun. And so I am definitely that like boomer who's just like, what is these kids? God darn! Like,
call me a boomer. Call me a boomer too. We're boomer bros.
Boomer bros. All right.
Well, I guess my joke isn't gonna land with the two of you, but I'm gonna make it anyway. So when you're playing Fortnite or some sort of battle royale style kind of game in a 5v5 scenario, you could be just totally popping off. I guess we'll just use league. You'll go 15-4, just getting all of the kills. Your team is like, yeah, let's go. Then you're the last one in a 1v3 scenario up against the wall, and you just get rocked. And for the rest of the night, your friends just tell you how trash you are because you can't win the game.
So you're corn.
If you quadruple the number of deaths, that's definitely a corn situation right there.
Oh my God.
So you go 15-4.
I'm glad you brought up corn because that was actually going to be what I wanted to talk about with the Shen, because you talked about corn Shen. At work, Corn messages me, and we were like talking back and forth, and I was like, Corn, let me fight you in the bot lane. And then Walden jumps in. I'm like, guys, I'll play Ezreal. You guys will never catch me. Ever catch me. So we have to set a game up like that. And they're all
Corn is losing his mind. They're
all going to 5-man dive me.
Corn is losing his mind in chat right now.
It's so weird. Corn is my adoptive father, and he does not ever message me. And I work right next to his commander.
Right.
So I'm just baffled. I've never seen him. I've never talked to him. We've only ever communicated through Twitch chat, and he's like the father stereotype. He went out to get milk one day, never came back.
Yeah, he just needed to be your adopted father, and he's over there trying to be your father.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
He did say one time that he would wave to me when he passed by my workplace.
Just wave.
Isn't that
Just wave.
isn't that sweet though? Isn't I mean you just
Is
happen
it?
to
I mean, I need
You-
a
it
father
feels more like
figure,
a
someone to
pity
play
wave.
ball with, someone to play
Listen,
sports
like a
out in
pity
the
wave.
backyard, and he's just gonna wave to me from his bicycle?
listen, you block out the afternoon on Teams, you mark yourself as do not disturb, and then you go stand out on the front lawn and you just wait.
I just wait. Yeah,
You get a nice little wave.
and yep, Adderall up, absolutely.
Don't even get me started on that. But as we are getting back in the game, get over to some seriousness. It is going to be the 867 Hawks versus the 32nd inter name here. I don't remember what their logo is called.
I'm having Vietnam flashbacks about rushing into that bush last game. Holy smokes.
Can you tell us while we have a little blip here, how did it feel?
Do you want some quotes? Some direct quotes from the game?
Could be.
Oh shit! They were waiting for us. Oh, they knew. Oh no. Oh, we're going. Oh, I'm dead. Oh boy. It was hard. Like it was something that I had suggested. It's like, do we go for the invade because they have the TF, like the TF jungle, and like everyone was like, yeah, let's do it. Heck yeah, get on it. And I got 2 of my people killed with that idea. It felt just like the real military.
Watcha, could you any chance you could throw intro for game 3 into I only need the 32nd? Wait, no, we got it. Do we have 867th? I need the 867th.
Talk about.
We gotta intro the peeps.
Oh yeah, we have. Yeah, I definitely have a 30-second logo. I'll look at 8-second. If you do it 30-second.
All right, so for 32nd, in the top lane, Senior Airman Chanchalala. In the top lane, UB. Tech Sergeant Odell, Eternal Prize in the Jungle. Senior Airman Burger as third mid lane. Staff Sergeant Natsumenzo as Nasty in ADC. And Staff Sergeant Figueroa, Big League Mod in the support role.
Top of the Hawks, up in the top lane, stating black on this shit. Run, go, UB down. Very terrifying is it. Billingsley? Did I say that right? I want to say Billingsley. I know, I did say that one. In the jungle, we have Staff Sergeant Donovan, Logan Silvers as this Sejuani. In the mid lane, we have Archangel Captain Hadley on this Anivia. In the ADC role, Staff Sergeant Navajo on the Manave, as Manave on this Ashe. That is my main. Love that champ. And in the support role, who absolutely popped off game 1, gonna do it again with the Dark Harvest, Captain Rogers, Lieutenant Rogers make it on this Vel'Koz.
Are those 2 officers?
So Captain Rogers is Lieutenant Rogers.
Well, Captain Rogers, I thought was just a friendly guy in the neighborhood. That was my understanding.
You're thinking of Mr. Rogers.
Oh,
Mr. Yeah.
Ooh, Archangel did a really
Rest
good
in power.
right there.
Could we petition for a name change for City in Black to Bling Bling?
No, but
Honestly,
we can petition.
that is
Bling
so
Blingsley?
That is so perfect.
Why would you choose for your name to be Billingsley when it could be Bling Blingsley? That's all I want to know.
Oh, that would have been so perfect. I ironically picked the perfect gamer name for me, not realizing that I had ADHD. So before I shortened it, it was
I get it.
ADHD.
Oh.
It isn't part of having ADHD not realizing that you have it.
Yes,
Oh.
but then I got diagnosed with it. But Eternal Cries is going to come over the top wall, flashing forwards to Biggie Sims. and he does find the dredge line. Exhaust going down. The first blood going over to Eternal Prize. Right onto Manave.
I feel like 30-second.
Hop into the fountain on Edge.
Listen, I feel like 30-second watched the first game, and they said if we present ourselves, 67th bot lane are going to come up and try to do damage. Manave and Captain Rogers are going to come up, and they had Eternal Cries in the wings ready, and it paid off.
Call it UB Insider Threat.
Yo,
was
that's
casting.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
I'm just saying, all right? And he
Could be.
picked that Yone very
Ooh,
confidently.
Archangel really aggressive, very low health too, forcing the flash, but Gerb's now 0 mana. The egg has been popped.
You just want to break that egg, right?
Yeah, but we don't
Pop
have
that
the
egg.
damage.
Yep. All right,
don't
now
have
the
the
game
damage.
begins in mid lane.
Yes.
Archangel knows even with one egg, you can make a small omelet.
You're not funny. You don't get that one.
Sorry.
Coach, you do not get that one.
You gotta go. You
Here
gotta
comes
go for the 2 out of 10.
Prize, coming over the top wall and does not have the range yet. Stadium Black does not escape just yet. Gets a nice little pullback and walks away.
You be ruining his own freeze? Okay, no, he's good.
No, he's still got it. He's still got it. What do you mean?
He was slaying those minions. I got worried for a second.
No,
Yeah.
he had to trim it up a little bit because of the cannon wave coming through.
A little trim action.
Little trimmage, little off the top.
You ever feel like you should have to pay the barber less if you just got a trim? That's what I feel like.
Yo,
So
sometimes when I go get my haircut, and I'm like, yo, that's $40. Like, he barely cut my hair. All
So
he did was give me a fade. What is this?
So this is a true story from basic training. I'm bald. I have been since I was 9. I'm now 29.
Okay.
I enlisted at 24, and they actually made me get a haircut.
Duh, stop.
Swear to God, I paid money and everything.
You had to pay money for them to just run the razor across your skull?
They thought I was faking it.
Oh, Lord. But we're going to have a fight here in the barricade. Gerbs is coming up, going to get stunned up. Stadium Black throws the pillar down, but not going to get much out of it. Eternal Cries now going back into it. Logan Silver's going to get 1v2 by Yubi and Eternal Cries flashing forward. The Q3 does not land, but the seal he has done. Seals his fate to the fountain. Going to walk into a stun straight from Archangel. The Glacial Storm goes down. He does not get the shielding. Meanwhile, Trundle slays the cell division of Eternal Cries. Now looking for the mid laner, forcing the flash out of him. These two 1v1s are insane. Nobody is dying. They both refuse. Soul Unbound onto Archangel. Now taking a rocket from the Corki. Yubi finally coming out on top.
I have to shout out the commitment from Archangel role-playing as Senior Airman Fig on Peachy Myra as manaless for the whole fight. Just manaless Anivia for the entire fight. Unable to use any abilities.
Yeah, but
That's what we call the 41st special. That's when you go in for a fight that you definitely can't win because
Wait.
you're not looking at your resources.
wait, no, Figgy's the person that doesn't,
No, it's
or is it Peachy?
it's Peachy Myra,
Peachy,
the
that's
Nasus
right,
top
that's
main.
right.
The
I was
Nasus top
watching, I
main.
was watching them play Alawi, and they just had 0 mana all the time.
Yeah, so it's a meme. It's a meme at this point.
You just gotta keep doing it. I get it.
I gotta know which team got the 3 grubs. Was it A67th or 32nd?
It was actually the 32nd. They got all 3.
Okay. So not
Hey,
only did
that-
they get the 3 grubs, but A67th decided to contest it even when they were dead already and handed over multiple kills.
If we're able to get a replay, I would love to see it. It's too far.
Oh, Waka. Oh, boy.
Yubi now
Looking for a
sitting
second
back, going in
emotions.
very aggressively.
City and Black taking a not optimal trade. You almost can't trade against a ghosted Yone.
Almost.
It's almost a loss every time. Like it's so hard to make that a win.
Oh, Captain Rogers
Oh,
finds
boy.
the Nasty using that killer instinct to get the shield, but here comes Logan Silvers. The ultimate doesn't hit Kaisa, but it does hit Eternal Cries. Figgy saw Smaws now trying to just walk on out of here. Enchanted Crystal Arrow not going to land, but it does go wide. The stun still finds its target. The exhaust taken away. Captain Rogers flashing forward very aggressively. Doesn't hit a single skill shot. Eternal Cries looking to find the kill, but just can't get to him. Logan Silver's doing what he can to peel, and he does do it. Archangel finds the kill.
Captain Rogers cleaned it up, and Eternal Cries is trying to punish Captain Rogers and got killed himself, and it's just multiple free kills and a dragon.
I want to see that one. That's the one I want to see.
Prod, now's your chance. Redemption.
Fortunate. Sorry, folks.
Replays are struggling. We might have a chance to see a replay from last game if we hope hard enough.
How confusing would it be if I just started calling out the replay on my screen when there's...
Oh, here we go. 501st coming in on the replay. 501st
There it is.
coming in hot.
That's the wrong game. That is the wrong game.
Let's go back top lane to when Tom Kench got a kill.
The one time.
Are you suggesting that we have to rewatch the last game? Because I'm down.
We have to watch the last game replays just to get to this game.
We'll do a Saturday rewind where I had to cast my own game.
Have you
And,
ever cast your own game?
And no, never. And
It's
Skippy
weird.
and Yubi had to cast their own as well.
I've done it for practice, and it's weird.
And Ridgway's just there like, Tony Tallboy only getting 3 out of 6 mains in this wave once again.
No, you know what was worse is that Yubi attributed my one kill to Porter. The one kill I got the entire game, he said Porter got it. Pain.
You have to give credit to the people behind the scenes.
Sorry.
Trying to cut off the route to the Grub Mites that just spawned. The ultimate going wide from Logan Silver's right there, but a really great wall coming out from Archangel, but the rest of the 32nd are here.
Archangel.
It's going to be a 4v3 in favor of the 32nd, and I don't think they're going to be able to get on it for the Hawk.
That Corky wall, his abilities are just so good for zoning people off.
gotta-
Good.
Oh, the dredge line is going to land, but not before a wall from Anivia falls down. The egg is popped. Logan Silver's now rooted up. The fate seal does not seal his fate, but they do seal the fate of Archangel, sending him swiftly back to the fountain.
I know we can't get a replay of the Anivia wall from Archangel, but the Anivia wall that essentially trapped Figgy Smaz into just a teeny tiny escape route, but then throwing the stun backwards to the opposite direction.
You know, sometimes you get spooked, okay? I was playing Smolder through the ultimate the wrong direction. Somehow still got the kill. Eternal Cry says, witness me as he dives into Valhalla. Stadium Black is going to be the target. He is the bouncing ball of death, but a really well-timed pillar from Stadium Black. He pulls them both back. It is going to be a 1v2. Yubi using that soul unbound. Does get a lot of attack speed. Lethal Temple is proc. His soul unbound finds the kill. Yubi is on a rampage.
City in Black and Logan Silver is mistaking successfully escaping for an opportunity to fight, and that is not a win there.
Yubi, if you're watching the VOD, when I said you were trolling on Yone, it was a joke. It was a joke. I promise.
Yeah, calm down, Yubi.
I still
All right.
stand by my first game. I don't like the pairing of Vel'Koz and Kog'Maw.
I think
Not saying
you're
Vel'Koz is
ultimately
bad
right.
pick. I just
You're
don't
ultimately
like-
right.
I just
Even
don't
though
like
it
the
worked out.
pairing.
Yeah, even though it worked out, I think you're ultimately right. I think the analysis of the picks first game was correct. It just didn't pan out the way that you would expect it to.
Yeah,
I didn't realize people played Kog'Maw anymore.
He's
They
an
don't.
underrated champ.
He's so niche.
Really great flash from Manavi right there. Eternal Cry's diving on in, looking for a gank. Almost pulled it off, too. How many stacks does he have? How many points does he have in his E?
Did Eternal Cries play the first game?
He wasn't... The first game was the other side.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he almost gave himself up to play for us. So I'm glad
what a
that he
nice
didn't,
guy.
because now we wouldn't get to see Odell in action.
Captain Rogers hears me flaming. I know he does. He threw that ultimate out of spite.
By the way, I heard that talk about that Jinx ult that hit your window.
You like that?
That was it hit a different state line, across state lines. Oh, the casting on this booth is just fantastic tonight. Fantastic. I don't know who let me in.
You
I
do.
just wore a random badge and they just let me walk in.
Ah. You're all right. You're playing top catch. That's my favorite.
It's about feeling like you belong there, and you do.
If you just assume.
Oh,
Great
pillar. What a
Amazing.
pillar.
Amazing.
City and Black with the just absolute no right there.
What a fantastic pillar. Oh, God. So good.
So we have a realm spike on Vel'Koz again. Captain Rogers just laying out absolutely free percent health damage with a very low cooldown on the W and Q from Vel'Koz. Little freeze action happening.
It's the classic Riot Games pause. It's got to catch up to itself. Had a mini pause. Archangel disconnected momentarily, but immediately reconnected.
I'll talk about the pause position. So Captain Rogers actively walking up to Figgy Smaw's Nautilus. Captain Rogers is like, I don't care. I will win. Even if we look at the positioning, it looks like he's about to get collapsed on whenever this pause ends.
There it is. I just love that absolute poke, but forcing the flash, but still gets hit by the ultimate from Logan Silvers. Times out just in time to flash away. Top lane is going to duke it out a little bit. Enchanted Crystal Arrow hits the field goal.
I have to call out, Yubi is doing illegal things by using the Ghost to actually do free tower damage, where he can just snap back to safety and absolutely smoke that turret down with the grub buff.
Ooh, Eternal Cry is going to find an entrance in on Manabe, and the Killer Instinct to follow through. It's going to be a 1v3. Dredgeline securing that kill, but a TP coming in from Yubi, going to try to stop this really great package laid out for Captain Rogers, but Captain Rogers does not get out, gets exploded by an ICBM coming his way. Z-Nasty not able to get out of the way from Archangel. Yubi cleaning up the back line. It is all the 32nd from here.
I'm a little surprised at the TP from Yubi because that was over. That was over, and now there's, I mean, he's not really doing it, but there's an opportunity for Trundle to push top off of that.
But here comes Gerbs though. But look at the lane assignment though. That is actually stellar macro right there. It's beautiful macro.
A little shout out over to Pride.
Just kind of getting dove under tower. That's Yon. That's Yon things. That's what Yon gets to do. Yon, not Yone.
Yon? Interesting. Interesting. Shout out to Prod, though, before you rudely interrupted me. Fantastic job of getting replays to work. Ias Tallow working his butt off on the back end.
Witness me! Eternal Cries finds Captain Rogers. Manabe stopping his back. Captain Rogers drops his ultimate. Jenna Crucerello goes so wide. Goes right down the lane. Does not find anything. Cell Division now. They're trying to clear him up. They don't. They might not be able to get it. Dredgeline is going to land onto the ADC. That ultimate from Logan Silvers finds the support. Stadium Black is now here, forcing the flash out of Figgy Sounds. He is going to fall down as well in the process. Eternal Christ forcing to dive on out. Double kill going over to Captain Rogers. They might have caught him out momentarily, but he comes back for a double kill. Make it a triple. Man, the rest of the 30 seconds is offering themselves up. No pencil for him. He's going to get taken out by Yubi. What an amazing TP coming from him. Going to get stunned up by Logan Silver's passive right there and going to escape with like 10 HP.
Yubi on Yone.
I was a little worried. Oh, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
please, go ahead. No, please, go ahead.
I was going to say, I was a little worried about the teleport, and then I realized that it was Gerbs teleporting in with package, and he just was like, trust.
Don't worry.
All will be fine.
Yeah, trust they did.
Can we get a replay of that? There's no way.
That's crazy.
Production is flaming us for talking right now. I just want that on the record.
I hate this champ. This is why I hate this champ.
You talking because he's 7-0 with that lady? Yeah,
he
you would have been 8-0.
That's why I hate this champ. Give me the replay.
If we analyze the items here, it makes perfect sense that Yubi building an anti-tank attack speed item would absolutely annihilate the non-tank Ashe, you know?
Welcome to Bork, baby.
Under tower as well.
Your first time here?
That has nothing to do with an item.
I love the goal showing Tony Tallboy at first. That is fantastic.
The attack speed The attack speed that Blade of the Ruin King and Berserker's Greaves give Yone make the cooldowns and damage on Yone be
But
insane.
Manave had the same items.
Oh yeah, but Manava's not Yone.
No, correct.
Yone.
That's my point.
Yone, thank you.
That's my point. And he's
And-
just gonna
and
be able
honestly-
to do it again.
Honestly though, Manava is 3 levels down, and that's a lot of gold worth of levels.
That's the
that-
big problem, though.
That's like
Is-
1800 gold worth.
Hang on.
He's
Yubi
gonna-
is in danger.
Yubi thinks he is the star of his own TV show, gonna get 1v3'd and gonna get shut down ultimately by Captain Rogers.
I gotta be honest with you, that 1000 gold going to Captain Rogers could be really big. Even though it's the support, Captain Rogers is carrying right now.
Yeah, I feel like that's the big problem. If he's not in the fight, your team doesn't have that much damage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Captain Rogers is
It's a-
honestly a majority of the damage for their team.
It's a 2K gold deficit, and most of that is on Captain Rogers. While we do have a fight here, they do find Captain Rogers caught out of position. Z Nasty using that killer instinct to dive in on top of him. Logan Silver's now just trying to escape. Corki just bombing him with rockets left and right.
Captain Rogers finding out that main characters don't always have plot armor.
Nope. This isn't Naruto. This is Attack on Titan. I think Jujutsu Kaisen would have been a better reference. No. Attack on Titan's better. For lack of plot armor references. But look at that gold graph. Wow.
Are we sure that's not for the Tony double
This
game?
definitely this game. This is for sure this game.
Because I'd believe it if it were the Tom Kench game.
If it was the Tom Kench game, that graph would be blue and drastically the other way. Wow, that's a lot of damage.
I think we need more kills instead of the 30-second in not Yubi's pockets. If we can get those kills somewhere else, maybe on Corki.
I mean, Z Nasty's got a fair share of the kills in his pocket as well as the
Rightfully
Corki.
so.
I mean, everybody has participated in at least 5 kills.
I want to say, you know what has been quietly happening for the last 10 minutes? Archangel has been getting his late game items and farming and leveling up.
What an engage from the 30-second right there. But I do got to tip my hat to the Hawks because their disengage is just too clean.
There's a world where Archangel
absolutely.
gets more items, and his disengage combined with the front line and other crowd control and damage from 867th actually is enough where Yubi can't do anything. Like, there's a world where Yubi goes in and just gets crowd control and dies.
I've had Yubi.
Am I dying
coach
to
me.
see it? Thank you for asking me, Ridgeway. Am I dying to see it? Yes.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Gate sealed
Thank you,
right on
Coach.
top of Captain Rogers. This is what top laners do. They find the support of the ADC caught out of position and they just blow him up. Now his target Logan Silvers, but shut down. Massive shutdown at that over.
The
to
ultra
Archangel.
cautious flash from Archangel there had to be a mistake.
And that massive, in the words of Hyper, 200 gold shutdown. Oh, goodness. Oh, they better be careful.
It's a massive shutdown.
Yone is Yone,
Because
and
he's
he is
carry.
Yone.
He's their carry. Yubi is the carry of this game. That's a huge shutdown. Especially with Baron on the table, that's a massive shutdown.
You
It
just wait.
relieves a
Kaisa
lot
is
of map
Kamika.
pressure.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt.
It's a very unfortunate thing for 30-second that Yubi gets caught right there, because he truly is such a force for their team that without him, he doesn't need to be with the team necessarily, but without him applying pressure somewhere, they're not in a great spot.
Okay, but a top laner having 2, 3, 4 people collapsing on him means that the rest of the team can go do whatever they want to.
It's the best thing
Could
to
have been a Baron. Could have
He
been a
was
Baron
too
look.
far shoved up is the thing. He was just way too far forward. Like the rest of his team wasn't on the same tempo as him, which makes it a massive shutdown.
Yeah, if he's there and his team is not sitting directly next to Baron with wards ready to go, it's useless.
What a great Q3 on the stadium right there, but the pillar to trap him right there. Infernal Cries, witness me right into the midst of the team. Yubi end up getting taken out by Manabe. It is now a 1v4. The Cell Division is gonna go. He is gonna get ultimately eliminated. But Z Nasty and Figgy are here to try to avenge their fallen teammates.
Against all odds by Phil Collins, City and Black lived.
Yeah, no kidding. Get that ward, get that ward. If you're gonna die, get the ward. Ah, he didn't get the ward.
Excellent wall from Archangel. Prime wall right there.
Oh, what a brilliant TP from Stadium Black, too. Right there in the mid lane.
City and Black, your team needs you. Why are you farming?
Look, he does have package. He's going to trap them all into the Baron pit. Killer Instinct right on top of him as well. They do find a kill. Manabe goes down as well. Now Z Nasty just has to try to escape, but the pillar's going to stop him in his tracks. Logan Silvers and Stadium Black hot on his tail. They cannot catch the Kaisa. Yubi end up TPing right there on the back line. It is going to be a 1v3. And I don't know if they want to continue to fight this. I gotta give my credit where credit is due. Gerbs gave his life for the cause.
Gerbs made a huge play there, and I do want to shout out Baron for killing off Manava.
No, was it Baron?
Baron killed Manava.
That's hilarious.
The ground AoE deleted the last 100 HP of Manava.
Yeah. Well, just give us what we got, and then we'll go from there. I wanted to see Corki dive in. That's what I wanted. Nah.
This is some very exclusive behind-the-scenes Hyper talking to himself. And now he's going to talk to you about how bad Eternal Cries
I'm
going to
talk to you about how Odell right there was eternally crying that he dove in on a Captain Rogers surrounded by his team.
Archangel just barely missed the interrupt on the Zeki from Eternal Cries, but it was secretly like a Uno draw 4, and Eternal Cries landed and died.
He was, I'm going to skip, and then Eternal Cries is like, bet, watch me dive in on top. He was like, nah, draw 4.
Do you guys remember that big 32 lead we had?
The what?
Yeah, exactly.
You had a lead?
It's gone.
Oh.
It's gone.
Oh,
me?
sorry.
I'm not
Gerbs just 1v1ing down there in the bot lane, but talk about 1v1 and Yubi's just 1v5ing the entire team and just doesn't do the damage that he needed to do. I don't know who he was trying to hit, though. That's the thing.
As a
I didn't
York
see
man,
who his target was. Was he hitting Baron by accident?
Yeah, I think he was just getting some vision down because as a York man. There goes Ash. As the York main, whatever objective's being had, you just have to go the opposite direction as a top laner.
All right.
This replay is maybe 10 minutes ago.
Really fight there. I wanted to see that one to begin with, anyways.
So I was gonna make a joke. You might ask yourself why the entire 30-second team is not a Baron.
Why they were taking a Drake that's already off the table.
You might ask yourself why Gerbs is at the T2 bot lane for A67th.
Oh.
And at the top of the gold leaderboards is Tony Tallboy.
Yes, that one was the great one. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
Oh, sorry. It's Gerbs and then Yubi very close behind. Oh boy, that 30-second does still have a lot of power behind the mid and top lanes.
Gerbs is coming up, but Yubi is going to find a lonely Stadium Black with that pool. Going to give him a really good chunk of move speed. The Soul Bound timing out right there. Meanwhile, Z Nasty getting the Ash free.
Ultimately, A67th getting the better trade. Even if Trundle dies here, still the better trade.
By far. They get a kill and a tower.
And they're looking at inhib pressure.
Yep, but we do have Corki recalling now to try to stop the advance that the Freljord team is putting on. Really great ultimate coming from Figgy, flashing out of that one. Does get out of the way. Here comes the rest of the team for the 30-second. of Fate Seal finds two members. The two members that they really needed. Logan Silvers is going to fall. Eternal Cries, witness me as he dives into Manabe. But Manabe pops, goes, runs away miraculously, but now Captain Rogers forced to flash out of Eternal Prizes grasp. He is taking so much damage now. I did not realize, but as Zach loses health, he gets smaller.
He does. He becomes a tiny boy.
That's hilarious. When did they do that?
Since he came out.
That's always been a thing?
Yeah.
Yo, that's awesome.
He gets very large based on his max HP, and he loses size as he loses HP.
That's so cool.
That's the blobs that come out of him. That's parts of him.
Yo, that's so cool.
Hang on, this gold graph is insane.
Oh, they get the tower in the mid lane, but Gerbs is gonna fall as the sin they must pay for. Stadium Black flashing forward onto Yubi. Yubi getting a really good chunk of shield from the W, but the knockup coming from Captain Rogers seals his fate.
867 says we have approximately 5 dump truck loads of crowd control, and they see 2 people on 32nd, and they let loose.
Might as well, honestly. When you got that much crowd control, just kind of full send it. But I don't know if they can end right here. They definitely could put a lot of pressure.
If they don't end, we have split push from Logan Silvers on Sejuani into Zero
turrets. They are laying a lot of
dividends.
damage on Eternal Prize. The Cell Division is going to come up. Figgy is trying to do what he can to try to save him, but ultimately he is going to fall. Manave doing a really good job of prioritizing that turret, and that is going to be one Nexus turret down.
The 32nd performing that 41st special, that having a lead in any sort of way and giving it up. They definitely have to try to do a little better to not get picked out here.
Speaking of not getting picked out, you just can't get picked out by that, but a Fate Seal finds 3 members. What a great ultimate coming out of Yubi. He does take a lot of health down off the member. Z-Nasty popping the cleanse, walking right back in. Killer Instinct onto Manave. He does have the Killer Instinct, but he does not have the brains to stay alive.
Yubi had one of the most enormous Yone ults I have ever seen.
Give me the replay. Give me the replay now.
They were already. Oh, we got it. They're already 2 down. Pay attention to that.
This is so big.
Let's go. We get it.
Hang on. We don't get that ult until there's 2 down.
All right.
Issue.
Break it down, Matt. Break it down.
This is a 4-man Yone ult, and all it does is it lets Z Nasty clean up a couple people, and that's essentially what they need. The Yone gets the recall off, and him alone against those 3 characters would be enough to stop the game from ending. That was so big. It was a dire looking situation prior to that ult from Yubi. It was dire. Like, that was a very, very bad looking fight.
So, what do you think of that? The Yone pick now.
I am still kind of under the impression that the troll Freljord pick, which I definitely said the Freljord pick was troll, not the Yone pick. I think that I'm kind of a bandwagon kid right now. I think the Hawks might have it here. And
they definitely have the tempo advantage here with the mid lane turret down. But Yubi doing exactly what he's supposed to do. And just kind of force the enemy team to respond to him, which they are not.
If we look at objective
and they're
timers,
actually going to call the bluff. They're like, all right, you have to respond to us.
You gotta look. Baron is up in 10 seconds. Where are Hawks? Not at Baron. They're looking to take an inhib tower instead of using the dead inhib in the mid lane to put pressure on 32nd so that they could take a Baron.
But they're spreading that
on the opposite side.
They're spreading that newly found lead across the map.
They're not using.
Because they shove the wave in so that they don't have to worry about that bot lane pushing to their side. So once they claim the Baron, they'll have all 3 waves pushing.
Yeah,
I don't know about this Baron.
They could shove that bot wave in way back though. I mean, or they don't even need it. Like once they get Baron, do they need it?
Oh, they're
honestly
taking this very slow. I don't know why it's going down so slow, but it's going to be a 5v5 here for the Baron, and it looks like the 82nd, and the Hawks are just going to get off of it. I honestly think they could have taken that fight.
Maybe, and unfortunately, it's going to be a minute before the mid super minions put any pressure on, so 30 seconds able to just wait.
This game is a nail biter for sure. It is. It doesn't feel like a back and forth, but it's a back and forth.
Listen, when I said the Yone was the troll pick, I wasn't right. But what I did say was this was going to be a knockout drag out. And here we are. Because now we're fighting over Baron. And it might get crazy here because I see Logan Silver is trying to get that objective, or the vision control.
They honestly get the most OP vision thing at this stage of the game, and that's that Scuttle Crab right there.
That and honestly, the Hawk shot from Ashe at this stage of the game is enormous.
So balanced. It's so balanced. It is so balanced.
If they want to know where 32nd is, Hawk shot the red buff, you see the whole team for like 10 seconds. It's
or
so
just hit that blast plant and have the same effect. They are going to find Archangel out. The Dredge Line's going to go right into the Anivia wall. Right into it. Making sure it's there. Gotta make sure it's there.
Anivia with the rock solid Nautilus counter.
Love it. I don't.
City in Black is split pushing.
He is. Yubi is going to respond. That pillar going to stop him dead in his tracks. And looks like Gerbs actually responded to the push as well. City in Black now looking at the mid lane. He's actually trying to look for a flank right here. Eternal Cry is trying to find the angle that he needs, but a TP coming in from Yubi right there in the Bear Pit. He doesn't get the Baron, but they are going to pick up a few of the kills. Z Nasty, Killer Instinct into the back line, but ends up dying. Manabe now is 1v5 and gets a double kill, looking for a triple. Potentially the Cell Division is going to go down, but Stadium Black picks up the kill onto Zach, and that is going to be a really hard game to defend if you are the 32nd.
I thought Manabe was going to be looking for hot singles in his area, and instead we see Archangel split pushing and taking the bot in him.
Oh. They're going to find a mid-end hit too. Really good Anivia wall. Forced to have him rocket jump over the top of that. Archangel trying to put some pressure down onto the Nexus turret, but here comes the troll. Stadium Black just autoing it, bashing it with his hammer. Yubi is slowed up from Manabe and can't really get out of there. The soul unbound only unbounds your soul, but not your fate to the fountain. Double kill for Stadium Black. And that is game.
Tell ya, in that situation, I bet you be sad that you lost top lane after such a early dominance, right?
Oh, I do be sad. I do be sad.
Something Hawks have too much CC. Oh boy. Imagine trying to get control of any objectives once your laners are fed.
We are going to bring in the jungler.
Gonna get a little Logan Silvers in here?
We're going to get a little Logan Silvers, but before we get the jungler in, the Hawks won both their games tonight, so that earns them the Hawk Yeah.
Hawk yeah.
Hawk Yeah! Cord is telling us not to do it.
Hawk Yeah.
There it is. The man himself, the captain of the Hawks.
Oh boy. Oh man. We are feeling great. We're feeling great, man. We are feeling great. We are feeling great.
You guys were down for a good portion of that game. So what was the mentality? Like, where was your mental fortitude coming from? Wow. Sorry, I'm gonna cut myself off. Yubi did one more auto damage more than Captain Rogers.
It was a wild game.
It was an auto.
Can we see stats? Can we see stats on stream from Prod?
Finish my question though. But you guys were down for a good half of that game. I'd say for the first like 20-25 minutes, you guys were on the back foot, kind of just at the mercy of Yubi and Z Nasty. Bringing it back to the victory, how did it feel?
All right, so I'll just start off. We were talking as a team right beforehand. We were talking as a team beforehand going into this game, and we were like, obviously first after the bans and everything, we're talking about playing. Just keep good energy. I mean, you saw the Freljord comp. We were here to have a good time, fun time, but we weren't trying to get like tilted, right? So when it came to the point where it was looking like we were about to lose, we were like, you know what, guys, let's back up. let's focus on getting back up and catching them out, right? Because weeks leading up to this, I was like, I think one of our biggest issues earlier in the season was our transition from the back foot, right? If you look
Right.
at the last time we fought the 32nd, it was after the Akali had killed us in Dragon Pit, right? And then after that, everything went downhill. Almost every loss, there was a pinnacle moment, and then everything went downhill. This time around, we were like, we're not going to let that happen. Even if it does, we're going to recover, and that's what we did this game.
Very well done. Very well done. Matt, you got anything?
I had to ask you, pick-wise, you went for Freljord comp. Was that on purpose, or did it fall into place? Was it a situation where Archangel said, if you build walls, they will hook them? Or did it just happen?
No, so it was a little bit of a comp. So when we were doing the picks, we were like, first we got to get Captain Rogers picked, right? That was the first thing, and then we were like, all right, Ash, because we saw the Kai'Sa on the board, and I picked Sejuani. I was like, yeah, we got to get the Queens of the Freljord, and I had jokingly said, what if we gave Sidian Volibear and we had the Freljord comp going, right? And that's kind of how we started talking about it. And so when it came to the final pick, I was in my mind, I was like, it's got to be either Lissandra or Anivia. And sure enough, Archangel was like, give me Anivia. And then that was it. That was the end. We were like, yeah, let's do it. Freljord comp. And then we actually, the Freljord skin for Vel'Koz, Captain Rogers just got for this game.
Yo. That's clutch. That's clutch. Shout out to LT right there. Tony, what you got?
Logan Silvers, I know you ride a hog. You got that Harley, but you rode a different kind of hog tonight. How did it feel
Yes.
on Sejuani tonight against a team that is arguably very good, and especially high in the standings?
It felt so. I can't really pinpoint exactly one moment. Like after we started like catching them off guard and getting UB caught out or whatever, right? Uh, uh, I was getting like super excited. I was like, oh my god, oh we got this. Oh my god, guys, we got this. This is looking like a win for us, right? But I was trying to, I was trying to keep it cool because I was like, don't get too excited. But like, it's hard not to smile and be happy when you see your team really doing well, right? But going into this, I was like, all right, I got to pick something I'm comfortable with. I'm going to go with the Sejuani, going to go with the Hog. And I didn't even connect the dots until you just said it that, I ride a Harley, I ride a Hog. I'm actually like a member of the Harley owners group, or Hog. So I was like, this is perfect, right? And then, Anivia may not be a Hawk, but she was our mascot this game.
I have one more question. I have one more question for you, Logan Silvers. To all the haters out there who might be saying Hawks win more often when Logan Silvers is subbed, what do you have to say to those people?
Absolutely
I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm not gonna call them out by name, but they know who they are. This is what I gotta have to say to them, right? This is what I have to say to them, right? It doesn't take a player to win. It takes a team to win, and the Hawks are a team. Hawk, yeah.
Especially your teammates, right?
It's on the mic. It says it.
Just kidding. Well done tonight.
Oh wow, that's hilarious. You have any closing final thoughts there, Tony?
My final thoughts are I'm really glad that Prod let me come on for game 3. Congrats to Waka for making this a fantastic stream. And I'm just happy that I got to see, like, as much as I love my mentor, Yubi, man, the Yone, you got to pick something else, brother. Washington, fantastic job. Hawks, great job. 32nd, great game. Tonight has been fantastic. Thank you for another fantastic night of FMC.
There.
Oh, you're cutting out there, bud.
Oh, final thoughts there, Matt?
Oh, I snuck in my final thoughts earlier, but just well done from the Hawks across the board. The persistence was enormous in winning you that game. The lack of, like, a lot of teams would have crumbled. You didn't. you stayed and you turned it around and you came out with a W. So great job.
And you know what? Since Logan Silvers is here, you usually bring us in and like the voice of the stream. Why don't you send us home tonight?
All right, I'll send this home. But before I do, I just have one thing to say to the 29th. We're coming for you.
Uh-oh.
All right, but anyway, thanks guys for checking out the stream. It has been a fun time. I had fun. I had fun, right? My team had fun. Everybody had a good time tonight. People put out their best effort. But remember, there is one more game this week on Friday. Please tune in. Check us out. I'll be there for sure. I can't wait to see you all there. It's going to be a great time. First game of that of that night is going to be the 29th Troll Kings versus the 501st Large Skill Gap. That is at 1900 Friday, 15th of March. We'll see you there. Have a good one.
Welcome to Fort Meade Cup After Dark.
I love it.
Yo, do we have a recording of
love
that?
it.
That needs to be the voice line every single time. Can we get his voiceover for that, please?
Hold up. I'll throw it on
That was beautiful.